Next is going to be Allie in Kentucky. Hi, Allie. Welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show.
Hi, Dave. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure. What's up?
So my husband and I are on baby step 5, and he works in the building supply industry. So
Uh-oh. He works for the building supply industry? Okay, wait a minute. I think that we had a technical glitch here. Let's try again. Allie is in Kentucky. Okay, is that you, Allie?
yes.
Okay, sorry.
Can you
We
hear
had a
me?
little glitch down here in the studio. So, anyway, your husband works in the building supply industry and what?
Yes, and so we both decided that our next home, we want to build our forever home since we kind of have a unique advantage with his connections and ability to get supplies pretty low,
Mm-hmm.
at low cost. However, we have a difference in opinion on which way to go about building our home. I am the nerd and he's the free spirit. He wants to sell our house this spring when the market's hot, go ahead and get as much, out of our house as possible. And then he wants to build a smaller, more energy efficient home on a smaller lot to kind of allow us to have some savings to help propel our savings for the new home and pay off the land and then build the house.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I would rather just stay put, crack down on our budget and pile up the cash that way and pay off the land before we build the house. We've got 2 kids, so I personally don't want to move them twice, but he thinks it would be best to sell our house now to get the most out of it.
Yeah, he's got the itch bad. And there's no indication that the real estate market a year from now is worse than it is now. So
Agreed.
his theory is he just wants to live on this property. He just got the itch.
Yeah.
And the problem, you're more than just a nerd free spirit thing. This is more of Mama Bear protecting the cubs. And he's got this wild, crazy scheme going. And you're trying to protect the family from that. That's more what's going on in your head. You're trying to not say that out loud, so I said it. But here's what happens too many times in these situations. The big house never gets built if you move into the little house on the land. And so I wouldn't do that. I would stay put. I'm with you. You get my vote on this. And I would just continue to save money and get yourself in a position. Your home 1 year from this spring, even 2 years from this spring, is not going to be worth less than it's worth now. And if it is, it'd be a highly unusual real estate market. Like historically, almost never happens. Okay? So you're not going to go anywhere but up in value while you're sitting there saving money. Yes, you do have a monthly mortgage payment, I assume, right now, don't you?
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
That's our only payment.
Yeah, which you would not have in his scenario because you'd be living in the little property paid for, right?
Right.
Yeah.
No, we would have it on the other house. The mortgage would just be much lower, a lot lower than what it is now, because we would have a lot of equity out of this house to put towards the small one, the temporary one. But I just don't want to move twice.
Yeah, so would your standard of living in the little house on the prairie. I mean, ugh.
Right.
You know,
right. Well, and I think that's his theory, too.
if he was a bachelor, this might work. But he's got a wife and 2 kids. You know?
That's what I told him. If it was just us 2, we would go hole up in a basement somewhere and make it work. But with the kids, it's just stressful to move them twice.
Well, build a barn, live in the loft or something. I mean, people do that stuff all the time if they're trying to make this deal work. But kiddos being drug around and nah. Well, I answer questions here like, what would I do if I woke up in your shoes? And I would do your plan, not his.
Okay, thank you.
One correction. There are no forever homes.
True.
Everyone's life changes. Everyone's life changes. And what is your dream and meets your needs now won't be your dream and meet your needs someday. So never build something that you feel like you have to stay there forever for it to be a smart decision. It can still be a very smart decision. He's got access to deals on building supplies. He knows the building business. You guys have a good, solid plan. You could build a great home on a great property that your family enjoys for a very long time. But there are very few people that spend more than 10 or 12 years in a given house. It's very unusual. Occasionally I run into somebody spend there their whole life, but it's very unusual. Hey, thanks for the call.